Today we're going to be looking at this absolute tool. This is for the uninitiated. A1 very grey, B very beautiful, and C an absolute monster of a boat on the water. So this is of course an XSR 48. So incredibly complicated construction, actually built here at Berthon in a shed which is just over the way down through there, but it's essentially a Fabio Buzzi-Design hull. She's running on a pair of 570 FPT engines. Huge amount of reinforcement in this hull, lots of Kevlar, lots of carbon, all that sort of jazz. This is a very, very, very special one. This has a huge amount of features that in her current role she's completely excelled at, and we were involved with the refit in 2023 of her, and yeah, she's just an amazing piece of kit. So let's take a look around. So first thing to notice here, she's got an anchor on. She's fully coded, she's up to speed. As you can see, she's got a massively upgraded gantry up there. A little bit about that a little later on, but yeah, we've got a windlass in the bow with a proper anchor, pop-up cleats here on the foredeck, anti-stuff bow. So Buzzi loved these boats. The almost identical hull was used by Sunseeker in the XS 2000, which was a race boat, but as you can see, we'll just walk down her port side here. We've got unbelievably deep V here, drains for foredeck kit, two big spray rails giving lift, and then this whopping great chine that runs right the way aft. Sponsons are uninflated at the moment. That just helps her to give a little bit more balance as she's dancing through a turn. Twin step airs, so very, very flat running boat. Twin steps, so these are aerating and ventilating. Unbelievable grip on this thing. We've had her on trials running at, from memory with 5 on board, around about 65 knots. I think we got to 63 quite easily. We've upgraded the fuel tank in her. She's got massive amounts of jiggery pokery, and she's a somewhat different colour to when she was purchased, so I'll put together a little video about that as well. Twin roller, 5-blade surface piercing cleaver props. So these are essentially, bottom half is in the water, top half are rotating. As they hit the water with this very blunt edge here, it aerates, whacking through. This is the bit that is doing the cleaving. As this comes through the water, it aerates and accelerates the propeller through the turn, through the spin. So unbelievably efficient. Then you've got this long shaft running through to a gearbox. Massively critical trim tabs on this thing. So huge trim tab on it, 2 rams on each one, and then big pair of rudders here. You can see the amount of force that these have to take. So that's about 3/4 of an inch thick. Then we've got exhausts. We've got the aft moulding here, allows us to seat these shafts really high up. So she's actually got very little extension subsurface. So that's let's go take a quick look on board. But just before we go up there, look at this for the back end of a boat. Oh, it's a Batmobile. On this side again, we've got exactly the same running kit here, the big 5-blade cleavers. Again, deflated sponson to get her here. She has her own cradle with casters, etc. Raft at the back. She's got full safety kit with her. We put this big cage on here, and in fact she's got a complete suite for drone recovery. So we've got a platform that allows that to happen. FLIR system up there, massive amount of kit on board. Let's just go take a quick beaver around. There are those two big air steps. Eberspacher heater. I've got the engine bay open at the moment, so as said, we've got a pair of FPTs running in her. We've got deck lights, shore powering is on starboard, just here. Then we've got shower on the back end. Got her lights on at the moment, all upgraded to LED. We've got this phenomenal aft deck here. So big frame running right the way around to keep everybody safe on board. And then we got port and starboard FPTs, tanks forward of that, and then the running gear at the back. I'll just have a quick drop down in here. It's a little bit of a step down. Got this new 1100 litre long range tank, filters here, moving around, upgraded alternators, loads and loads of power coming in to the boat. She needs a lot of them for her juicy batteries. Custom made risers on this one here from Halyard. Then we've got battery switching aft, more batteries at the back end. You've got your main water strainers down there, upgraded fire safety, and then your gearboxes down underneath here. The drive's going back there, and then you've got your level sensors for your drives. And then on this side we've got a Skylar charger and lots of funky complicated wiring rubbish going on. So it's all rather epic, and it drives her rather fast. Either side we've got buckets for lines, etc. Same on this side. And then we've got up here, we've got the EPIRB and then the main gantry. So the main gantry comes down to the side decks, right the way over the top, Simrad radar, FLIR, etc. So we're up on the deck of Swift, now the XSR 48, just to show you her deck kind of layout. We have a super skinny bow, so we've got anchor locker up there. We actually beefed up the foredeck to give it stepability, and then you've got a no step pad on there as well. New screens went in, new side windows, big wiper there to keep that clean. Just going to pop up there now. And then looking back at this radar nest and antenna farm, we've got FLIR camera, close array radar, closed, then upgraded light package. That's the kit at the back and the radar farm. Then that's your screen. Heading back forward here, got windlass in the front, locker here for storage, pop-up cleats, upgraded LED lights on the front end. All of this has been repainted in non-slip, so it's really safe to move around and actually looks really super cool as well. But she's just an uber purposeful machine. We'll go take a look down in that cockpit right now. So custom cabin entry. So we've got a lid, double locks, and then more security locks down here. Open that up, there's a little band here with a bump on there to stop it getting clobbered. And we go down into here. So got a couple of steps down. 1, 2, 3, and we're down in the main cabin. So custom roof panel, custom screen, custom side screens. Then we've got rear passengers, and workstation seating. So we've got Simrad display here and bilge pumping. We've also got other display here which can be wired in. She's a little bit rorty at speed, so we've got headphones for each operator on board. Spin lock kit on here. Something should go in there, don't know what. Then we've got ventilation for and shut-offs for the Seafire system and for the engine bay. Beautiful, beautiful seats. All suspension by Ullman. Got intercom kit here, emergency bilge pump, another monitor for display. We've actually got here a large piece of timber. We built a custom screen for it to put all of the telemetry and nav kit in there, so we've kept this, so if anybody wants to rejig it, then we've got that there. But looking forward, we've got another pair of Ullman race seats here. Are in a fairly Larry, I think you might say, colour scheme, which the boat used to be Lamborghini Flake Orange. There you go, I've said it. Used to be Lamborghini Flake Orange, so you've got a couple of sort of telltale things here. Let's just get that. No, we don't want a data transfer. So you've got a Simrad screen here for the helm. You've got gearbox monitoring here from ZF. We've got main engine starts for the twin FPTs in the back. Here we've got tab control. We've also got up here, just so that you can see, get rid of the dude kit. You've got indicators here for tab height there, so you've got immediate visual, what would you call it, reference from here. Steering compass, mic kit, remotes for your Simrads, 2 big Simrad screens, both went in 2023. New Simrad AIS went in as well. All this kit was fitted in 23, so you've got independent kit there. Over on the starboard side, we've got a NASA Navtex Pro and mounting brackets for more kit. Awesome. This is Alcantara, padded Alcantara here. This is grey carbony type stuff. Really cool helm. I'll put on some video as well of us running the boat. FPT throttles are here with command, etc. Really super light. Then you've got systems monitoring for the vessel is through this screen here, so we can bring up everything from tanks, etc. On there. Then we've got more mic and 12 volt switching. I can't remember if we 12 or 24 her actually. Anyway, switching is there, and then you got this really nice set of screens there. So that's kind of your driving position. And yes, before you ask, she has a windscreen wiper. Pop it on there. So that's your windscreen wiper. So that's kind of the main cabin with the entry stair and all of that stuff. There's loads and loads of jiggery pokery around here for tanks and all that sort of jazz. But she goes like an absolute Thunderbird. Then we've got a rudimentary sort of galley area with sort of not a lot of cooking in it, but you can do things down there, and it's all in carbon anyway, so it looks really nice. You've got switching for your cabin lights, water pumps, waste pumps, uplighters, all that sort of stuff is there. Really nice lighting in here. Keeping with the Lamborghini type thing, this is the original mattressing here, and current owners have used it slightly differently. So we have some stuff for the foredeck, which is there. We've got things like Starlink there. Lots of grey boxes full of stuff up there, which is exciting. This is that new opening hatch in there. And then we've retrimmed all of this in grey soft touch Alcantara. So new roofing panels went in there. As you can see, she's built like an absolute tank, which is kind of useful if you're charging along at in excess of 60 knots. But she's actually incredibly docile. You whack her through a turn, she just gets on with it, because that big Buzzi hull just deals with it. Fire extinguishers. So yeah, you've got a couple of sort of sofas here, there's underneath here, there's a berth that goes right up into the bow. Got covers over there for everything. Lots of exciting things in there, service items and all the rest of it. And then looking around here, we've got, this gives light into the heads compartment. So yes, this boat has a loo, and it's not like a normal loo, it's a carbon loo. So there we've got a carbon loo, nice silver seat. You've got more stuff in here for monitoring. And then we've got, of course, a carbon sink there as well, because you've got to have a carbon sink if you've got a carbon boat. It's all very, very, very nice, actually. It's all done out really well. So that all works fairly nicely. I don't think we've got a shower in here anymore, because we haven't. But you could probably put one in because there's a hole down there and there's a tap there. But anyway, we've got a mirror in there and a nice sort of tech deck floor. So this is, that is quite important. So she's got a full Eberspacher blown air heating system as well. But this is where you're going to spend most of your time on this thing. Hopefully keeping an eye out on looking through the front of that. Look at that, what an absolutely monster boat. So this is Swift. She is an XSR 48. She was built by XSMG Marine here at Berthon in Lymington. She is very much available right now. Many thanks for watching.